Most American women are wired for divorce. Many of them come into your life just to divorce you. True that. Most American women live on fast food. Checkers, KFC, Popeye chicken, and McDonald's. I do not want to go through having to buy food every day outside. This is one of the reasons why I would prefer to get married to an African woman, because African women, they have been trained to make food in the house.
I know this sounds harsh, but I know women that will jump in and out of marriage, been married 3 or 4 times, and at least he said Popeye's chicken. I've seen some of y'all plates pouring corn out the can. He should have said a lot of you American men go to work 12 hours a day and come home and eat a tomato sandwich, because I know those too.
And no wonder dudes are getting their passport. No wonder dudes have stopped approaching these type of women. No wonder these women are on TikTok making these rants, asking questions. How come guys aren't approaching her? How come they don't show up to, these couples things where they can go meet and all these groups? How come? It's because guys are not, they're not going for it. They're not falling for it anymore. Dudes, they have a healthier mindset. They've changed a lot of the habits that they had in the past. They're not settling for less, and women can't stand it. This is why dudes are getting their passport and they're going overseas. The funniest thing she said, though, is dudes would come home to American women, and the only thing that they would have to, made for them is, pretty much a tomato sandwich, or a ragu on 2 slices of bread. Like, what the hell? That's funny, but that's the truth, man. It's sad, bro. Get your passport.
If you're wondering why the Passport Bros movement exists, watch this.
The Passport Bro movement in America exists because men in America, they lack motivation, they're mediocre, and women in America have to work, they get educated, and they start making money because they have to. So why would American women have to put up with a man that don't have any of those qualities? This passport bros, they think they can go to another country and offer this woman, and he says it in the video that if he goes to the Philippines and he offers a woman a better life, he said it right there, he's just basically manipulating these women into thinking that they're gonna have a better life with them, which they might, because they may live in very poor areas. But guess what? If you bring her to America, that's expensive. You're going to have to work your ass off. You're going to have to be the provider. You're going to have to pay for all her bills. If she doesn't have an education, you might even have to pay for her education, and she might end up leaving you. Because life here is different, and you can't expect women in America to be like the women in other countries. You can't expect women here in America to go for a guy that's below them. If I go to school, I make 6 figures. I want a man that makes 6 figures too, or more. Because men in America, they want their women to go 50-50 on the bills and 50-50 maybe on the household and the chores, which usually is more like 90-10. So why would a woman here settle for some loser? We have high expectations because we can. I literally just saw a video of a guy that is stranded in the Dominican Republic, and he's broke, and he's asking people to cash out him money for his ticket back to the US. Because this man, they're broke in America, and they go to another country where the value of the dollar is a lot higher, and they lie to these women and they pretend that they're wealthy men when they're not. So they are gaslighting this woman into thinking that they're gonna come here and they're gonna have this great life. Just stop lying to women. It doesn't matter if they're from another country. They are women, they have expectations, and you're lying to them. And you know what? Most quality men in America, they have no problem finding women here.
Well, Megamind, with a mix of American Dad's chin, you're absolutely incorrect. What you're actually trying to do is you're actually trying to shame men into becoming the type of men that you are looking for so you can have more options. But you got to understand that what you are looking for, and what most modern women with high expectations that have been brainwashed by this gynocentric dichotomy that's going on in this society, is that you guys deserve all the same types of men that are the top men, and you're allowed to have your expectations. Well, guess what, genius? Men are also allowed to have expectations as well. And you're talking about men going overseas. The problem is, your main issue is that the men are willing to take their resources, the ones that you clowns say that they're losers, that I'm better than them because I make more money than them, which you're incentivized to make and do all of these things because women are more impressionable than men are in general. We all know this. You're getting on that guy's case because he wants to go and take his expectations, take his $50,000-$60,000 that he makes and go overseas and get him a woman. And he didn't mention, or probably didn't mention anything at all about bringing the women back. Because why the hell would we bring them back? And how do you know if those women overseas have expectations like you? They're not westernized like you are. They're not crazy like you are. They're not demanding like you are. And they're not upset and befuddled about the situation that they're in, because nobody's trying to drop a load in you, Megamind. Nobody's trying to do that. So what you're doing is you're using sign language to try to shame men into becoming the type of men, because there's a shortage of the type of men that women like you yourself, which is pretty much boring, inconsiderate, women that have attitudes, masculine, think that you're better than men and that we're on equal par or something, or you deserve the same respect. Women like you that are headaches, you guys cannot get those type of men. That's what it is. And you're upset because those guys are not going to pick you, and the guys that are supposedly beneath you have more options than you have now. So while you have to sit in there in that hotel room, that you probably have to pay for yourself because you do your little getaways every month with no man, you have to sit in that hotel alone by yourself while men have the option to go overseas. So you're going to shame them saying, oh, when you bring them back, you're going to have to make way more money. You're going to have to do all these things. No, men don't have to do anything that you're talking about. The thing is, you are losing even the men that you don't want to women overseas. And the men that you said that, oh, there's guys that make a lot of money, they don't have problems getting with women here. The problem is they're not trying to wife those women, because most women that act like you have these high expectations, men can see right through that. It's like they can see, it's like a mirror. They can see, okay, I know how this chick's going to be. She's going to try to act like me, try to be macho like me, say, I'm on the same level as my man and I deserve him, which is bullcrap, because attraction is not symmetrical. It's asymmetrical. So the things you look for in me, I don't look for in you. And those guys are just going to smash, dash, sell you a dream, and probably go overseas when they're done and tired with the games. And then you're going to be talking crazy about them. So this is all jealous, bitter, weird sign language and sorry behavior from a woman who's actually like a 3 at best. Your head is huge. You should have backed up the freaking camera, and your chin resembles the one from American Dad. So you can't really talk anything about these supposed loser guys here in the West. And men are not bringing those women back. So you can sit there, use your vibrator, your bullet, your Jackhammer 3000, your box wine, your cats, plants, and dogs that run away and die every week. And you can sit there, stare at the TV, look out of the window at that beautiful view, because there's nobody there to share it with you. Peace. Passport Bros up 1, y'all 0.
Influencers lie to our women. They tell y'all that y'all can travel out like the Passport Bros could. Yes, you can travel out like the Passport Bros, but they will find wives. You will not find a husband. You will find getting smashed first, because American women, their mouth disqualifies them from a lot of things. And foreign men are not going to put up with that foolery. See, what you need to do is get your mindset right now. Get it fixed now, so that you can find a brother that's here, that you can learn how to submit properly. Take heed to the...
Shout out to this woman and what she said, but the only issue with what she said is, oh, find a brother. Those brothers, they're not checking for Western women anymore, especially Megamind. This is for you, Megamind, with the side of American Dad's chin in the last video. It goes for you as well. You can't find anything because you're not feminine. You're too busy trying to be a man. You're becoming the man that you could never get, you could never retain for anything serious. You can only retain him for sex. That's it. But that's the issue. These women, they now want to be in their soft girl era. They now want to, try to switch back and be Voltrons and switch up and say, oh, you sassy, be back masculine. Then say, oh, I'm in my soft girl era. They think they can play both sides of the fence. And men are just not taking them serious anymore. Even the guys that they actually want to be with, those guys are seeing through it. Those guys are slaying the dragon and they're getting ghosts. And they're doing the same thing to another woman. They're selling dreams, and they're going overseas. Pretty soon, there's going to be more and more men, especially high quality men, that are not going to be in the United States. They're going to be traveling around in different countries like the Tates, and they're just going to avoid Western women altogether. It's inevitable at this point. But let's get to the next video.
Now, if you're like a white guy, I would say do not passport bro in a non-white country because it's a bad look. Like us as Asians, when we see a white guy bring some like Filipino to America, it's like, really dude? You couldn't get with a white girl? We know you like white girls and Asians are just your fetish, so come on. If I, as an Asian, Liu Kang, can get white girls, you can too.
So let me get this straight. You mean to tell me that you're telling white guys not to go over to Asia and deal with Asian women and bring them back here because it looks weird to you, but you can stay in America? And you pretty much sound like one of my white homeboys. You sound like a surfer and you're Asian, but you as an Asian man in America, you can get with white girls and it's not a problem? What if white men told you, hey, you should not be dating white women whatsoever? We know you like Asians. Why don't you just get an Asian girl? Why do you have to date the white girls? You would think that he was some type of bigot, some type of racist. You would be calling him all types of names, making a different type of video. So when you tell white men to what to do, they're not going to listen to you because they don't have to listen to you because you're in their country. Technically, you're an American. You sound and talk like them and you're taking their women. So another thing is, I have to tell you this as well. If the man goes over there and he deals with those type of women, whether he decides to keep them there or bring them back, that's his business. So don't be a hypocrite, guy. Like this, like, come on, bro. Like, you got to stop playing with people. Freaking Brandon Lee.
How these men literally go to other countries with the intention of, you know, taking advantage of women who are less fortunate than women who are in the United States. I mean, a lot of these women don't really have any resources, any education, and so on and so forth. And these men know that. That's the whole entire reason why they even go to those countries. They also go to these countries because they know that these countries are a lot more lenient when it comes to crime. And on top of that, it's a lot less likely for them to get caught when they do commit a crime. And they really feel like they can just go to these other countries and take advantage of these women and commit these crimes and then just come back to the United States like nothing happened. Have you guys heard of men who literally travel to these countries just so they can sow their wild oats? Men will literally conceive children with these women in these underdeveloped and third world countries and flee back to the United States and leave these women with children to take care of by themselves. They call it the experience. And to me, it's absolutely disgusting because you can't just sit back and go to somebody else's country and take advantage of their women. Those women that you're taking advantage of, that's somebody's sister, that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's wife, that's somebody's aunt, that's somebody's cousin that you're taking advantage of. Do you really think that these men don't feel some kind of way when you come to their countries with the sole intention of doing that to their women? And then they got all these news articles going around like somebody's supposed to feel some kind of sympathy because they went to this country to try to take advantage of these people and it didn't work out the way they thought it was going to work out. They did not okey-doke these people the way they thought they was going to okey-doke them. I don't feel bad for these kinds of men because honestly, these kinds of men are predators and it's just funny to watch the predator become prey.
Man, I started falling asleep at the end, man. It started making no sense. And she's like, oh, you just want to go over to those countries and take advantage of those women. Well, you, ma'am, you need to be taking advantage of a gym membership ASAP. You need to take advantage of some lipstick. And you need to take advantage of, you know, maybe some better makeup to cover up that Enter the Dragon scar you got across the top of your forehead. This woman here is a linebacker. This woman here is a fighter. She is something, bro. Like, wow. You could tell in her past life, she was, you know, on her Lady of Rage. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And this is driving her crazy so much. And she wants to just go ahead and jump and talk about things about women not being, poorly educated over in other countries, which is ridiculous because those women speak the same language as you. Yet, despite them being in a different country, they speak multiple languages. You don't. Saying, oh, men can just go over there and commit crimes and they're more lenient. That's incorrect as well, because in most of these countries, people are afraid to do crime because over there, jail is a real jail. It's like hell. You know what I'm saying? No mattress, in the dirt, in a cage. They treat you, you know what I'm saying, really way worse than how they treat you here in the United States. So that's also just far-fetched. And this just goes to show you guys that women, they just want to throw shots at men just to be a part of the group. This is the get along gang. That's what these women are doing. Even these women that nobody wants to deal with. Even these savages like this one right here, just talking absolutely out of her freaking lips with her fake, you know what I'm saying, beauty supply necklace on with the rhinestones in it. Like, nobody has touched this woman ever. Like, when it was time for homecoming, nobody touched her. They laughed at her. They talked about her behind her back because she was on the football team. When it came to, prom, nobody asked her out. They just laughed at her, and they were like, well, that was the person that, blocked for the star quarterback. Nobody cared about this chick. Now she wants to take out some vengeance. She wants to get her revenge in the form of getting on TikTok and making stupid videos about subjects she has no idea about. This is bothering even these -5s, bro. Even chicks nobody will look at. Even Stevie Wonder, you know what I'm saying? Like a chick that'll make you turn into Stevie Wonder's condition. That's what I'm saying. Like, you will go straight Ray Charles. You will not be able to see looking at this chick for too long. That's why I start dozing off. I'm like, man, let me save my eyes, man. Let me save myself the trouble. You feel what I'm saying? Let me save myself a walking stick and a pair of dark shades that cover even on the sides. Man, this is what it's about, man. Get your passport. These women don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they wonder why guys don't take them serious. They wonder why this continues to happen to them, and they're by themselves, lonely in a room, talking about a subject that they haven't researched, even though they have the internet at their fingertips. They don't care to research because they rather just talk crazy about men that don't know them, and they don't know anything about the subject because they have issues with this. But who cares what the hell they think? We're still going to be blue book gentlemen. We're still going to get our passport. We're still flying out of here, and we still don't give a hell or a damn what these mastodons got to say. So you already know what it is. Mastodon's down, bounty villains up. Let's get it. Let's go. That's the end of the video. Make sure you guys like the video, sub to the channel with post notifications on, because I'm pretty much posting a video every single day. I'm Bountyville. I love all y'all. Get your passport, man. These people are out of their minds, and we're just proving them wrong every single day. Every time we step off the plane, every time we get a passport, every time we make a video like this, we just prove them wrong. You know what I'm saying? I got y'all back forever. I love all y'all. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Peace.